Hello, good afternoon. Hope you are doing well. I'm going to do descriptive statistics with Python software, how to do all those kind of things. As you can see from my screen, it's what we'll be doing, but we will start from scratch. Don't worry about it. Please, for those who have not yet subscribe. It will allow us to learn many things around here. And let me delete everything and we will start from scratch. Okay. Okay, then talking about descriptive statistic around here, we have to import some modules or packages before to do that. For example, we'll be importing matplotlib for graphs, and we will be also importing pandas to allow us to import data and also to structure our data, for example. Then for those who have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. We have to learn many things around here. And let us start from there. Importing pandas as PD, for example, and now I have to execute. Execution here is Shift plus F10, or we can just go around here and do that. So whenever we are executing, we have process finish with exit 0, mean that everything was just okay. Then now let us import our data inside here. Then we will call it data, which is now we use pandas to do that. PD read CSV. Okay, CSV, the format of the data, I want to use it here in CSV format. So for this reason, I'm just using CSV, read CSV. If you are using Excel, you can just put read Excel. Then you will go from your computer, take your data. This is this kind of data I want to use, which is called mrows. Then select it, right click, and now properties, and now come just to copy the location and bear in mind the name of the data mrows around here. And we can go back, and going back there, we can paste what we copied. Then I can paste it, and from there, adding mrows, the name of data, CSV, for example. Then let me run it. Shift F10. And from it now, we can now try to view our data. Then using print, and now we can choose to print only 10 lines, 10 first lines using head. And from head, I can add 10. And you will see what is happening really. Then running print data head 10, it will just give me 10 lines of my data. And as you can see, it's the data we have around here. Okay. Another things we can do is like supposing that we have some missing values. We don't know that we have some missing value. We don't know, and we don't want also to know, but we want just to eliminate them in case they are around. Then I can say data equal data drop NA. Yeah, in case they are around now, with this command I'm just using now, they will be dropped automatically. That is what we have. Now, talking about statistic descriptive. Statistic descriptive is to describe data. Statistic descriptive is to describe our data. Then we can calculate like means, median, standard deviation, variance. Okay, median, mean to talk about the central tendency, and to talk about the spreadness of data using standard deviation, variance, and so on. And let us proceed. Let's say that we want to calculate mean equal now. Our data is, the name of our data is data. Then let's say that we want to calculate the mean of one of the variable. Let's say that we are taking LOH and we want to calculate the mean. Then I have to remind here that we are calculating only means, medians of the quantitative variables. We cannot calculate the means of the qualitative data. Then we need to know around here which one can allow us to calculate means, median, and so on. Around here, you can use hours. You can even use wife income here. We can use this one, experience. We can use also this one. But this one is binary. Calculate mean of kind of things like that. It will not give any sense, but we will get the result. But this one can be meaningless because it's binary data. Then from here now, let's say that we want to calculate the mean of LOH. Then we are putting just LOH, and after it we are adding attributes mean, and now this one. And we can execute, we can run. Then it's okay up to now. Then to have the result after running, we have to print it, print mean, and now we'll get it from it. Okay. we will see the mean is 1.190 and so on. That's okay. Then we can now calculate also the median of another variable, for example, data, and now taking, for example, experience here as a variable. And we want to calculate the median. Yeah. Okay, calculating the median of this one, we can now run. To get the result, we have print now median. And now we can run again. Okay, we can see it. The median of the variable experience is 12. And we can also proceed calculating standard deviation. Standard deviation here, I will use data and taking now the variable. We can change the variable here. We can take this one. Can just come and copy. It's another way to go. And now pasting it there. Now we can calculate the standard deviation. Standard deviation, now we can also have it. Yeah. Then we need to print it before to see it also STD. And now from there, yeah, the standard deviation of this kind of variable is 10.59, and so that's okay. Now, let's say we want to calculate the minimum, for example, of experience. Then we have data in data, and we have this one, for example, put in experience. Okay, then we will put the mean, and we can calculate it again. Okay, then print minimum, and we can have it. The minimum value of experience is 0. Let us calculate the maximum value. Max also will be doing the same data, and now experience and the max. Okay, print max, and now, okay, the maximum value is 38. Okay, now for example, let's say that those one, when you want to calculate them one by one, and we want mean, median, and so on. We can also decide for one variable to calculate everything. Okay, let's say that description, we want to calculate the description of the variable experience. You can also use this one, say in data, and now the variable itself experience, and now we are just describing it. If from it now describe, now from it you can see that we will have everything. Let me execute, run, and now come in here and print what we calculated, and we will see that we have experience now, for example. Now can have it. Now come in there. Will you see? Okay, what is happening really? For the variable experience, we have at the same time the number of observation. We have mean, we have standard deviation, minimum, and the quartile. Yeah, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, and so on, maximum. That is, then you can use the scribe to have many things at the same time. And you can also put together many variables and calculate at the same time their number of observation, means, and so on. We can also do that for all the data. For example, let's say that we are calling it description, and from description, now, for example, we want to have it, well, then there we are taking all of our data, and you are just saying describe, and it will give for all variables included in our data, we'll be having the description of all of them. Then let's say that Shift F10, and we will have the result you will see. And from we need to print it also, like the way we are doing for others. Yeah, description. Then you can see for all variables around here, we have the number of observation, the mean, the standard deviation, minimum, the quartiles, and so on. That is, and we are just doing that, those one step by step, in case you need only one, for example. Then also, when you want to check the number of observation of your data, or the number of observations of only one variable, what we need also to do is just print it. Then let's say that we want to say the number of observations of all of our data, now dot, and now count. Okay, and then we will see what will happen now. We'll have it is 428. It will come. Yeah, can we see it's 428 rows and 23 columns. So what is happening? Those one, whatever we are doing, minimum, maximum, median, mean, we have to understand that those one are for quantitative data, either they are continuous or discrete. In case you have categorical variable, like this one, for example, you have three categories there. Where is it? Let's go. Kids 6, we have 0, 1, and 2. And now we want to calculate, like, for example, the frequencies. Then how to do that? Let's say that we are talking about categorical variable. Okay, for them, you know that you need to calculate the frequencies, we need to calculate percentage and so on. And what we will be just doing is just print. And now from our data, we take it like this one, kids LT6, kids LT, kids LT6, for example. And from there, value count. Yeah, from there, just value counts like the way I wrote it now. And now we'll see what will happen. You will see it. Now, since that way we are just dealing with the categorical value. Can you see we have 375, 0, 46, 1, and 7 times 2. Yeah, that is the case when we are dealing with categorical variables. And now let's say that we want to draw also some graphs like histogram or box plot to characterize our data, for example. What to do? How to do that? What we need there is this one module called matplotlib. Matplotlib, for example. Then I'm just using pyplot as plt. Okay. Then we want, for example, here to draw. Okay, we need also another module which is called cborn. Then we have also to import cborn as SBS. Okay, and we can execute from there. Okay, then let's say that we want to draw, for example. Okay, let me say draw graphs. Graphs. Okay, you can just call them graphs. Now we want to draw, for example, histograms for this variable LH, for example. Then this plot. And now we'll choose it from the data. And now we are just putting that variable LH from there. Now we'll come here and use PLT plot to show what we are just doing. Okay, and from there we can now run. Yeah, Shift F10, and it will come. We will see what is happening around here. Yeah, that is the histograms of the variable LH. That is the point. Okay, let's say that this one we want also to draw box plots and see what is happening. We will do the same thing, box plot of the same variable SB and the box plot. Don't see born here is just playing the same role as ggplot when we are in R. Then cborn box plot, and we are considering the same variable data which, okay, and now we'll come to say we want to see it show. Okay, let me now run. Okay, we are just waiting. Okay, as you can see, Python is running things from up down, meaning that whatever you did above will come first, and where you are will come later or at the last stage. We have histogram. We need now to make it go before our box plot to come. Now box plot of which came. Yeah, that is the point. Now we can see the box plot we have, mean that we have a lot of outliers around here. Yeah, now the median is there. The data is comprised from 10 up to somewhere there when we are talking about LH. And that's the point. Hope that this video will help you. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Subscribe, it will allow us to learn a lot of things around here with this software Python, which is very powerful. subscribe, please. Okay, then have a good day.